Hello, my name is Donna Marie, death doula, celebrant, sacred storyteller, and founder of Sacred Moments, End of Life, and Legacy Planning. Today is August 4th, and this isn't just another date for me. This date is a sacred date. See, my father on August 4th, 2014, died in a hospital alone. I was his last visitor, my daughter and I, on Sunday evening before he transitioned. Though my dad looked really sick on Sunday, nobody in my family wanted to believe that we could possibly lose my dad. My dad had been sick for a very long time. 8 years prior to his death, he had 6 strokes in a row. He could no longer walk, and he had some other chronic conditions. After his 6 strokes, the doctor told us to prepare ourselves, that my dad was not going to last long. 8 years later, and he was still hanging in there, and the advice from that doctor, nobody even thought about it. On that Sunday, the night we left him in the hospital alone, I did pray with my dad. I hugged him. I told him I loved him. I took pictures of him, my mom, him, and my daughter. But that night, he asked my mom to go home and get some rest, which she said was unusual. He didn't want me to leave, but I had a 6 a.m. flight the next morning. And so I stayed at the hospital, and then I left him there alone. My last words to him were, "I love you, Dad. I'll talk to you tomorrow." Again, my dad looked sick. My dad had been sick. And I left that room really thinking everything was going to be okay and I would see my dad or talk to my dad the next day. Monday morning, as I was flying back to DC, my niece sent me a text, and the message was that my dad had passed away. I was heartbroken. And it's not really just because my dad died, it's because I never considered that a possibility. I didn't want to think about death. Nobody wanted to think about death. And so we didn't. And that's how we operate in life. All of us are going to die, and we don't want to think about it. We don't want to face it. And so then we don't plan. We don't prepare. So that painful moment became my awakening, and I've never ignored death again. Me becoming a death doula happened pretty organically. After my dad's death, I was able to send pictures to my family. I'm a photographer, a videographer, and I was able to send pictures to my family, pictures of my father for the program. Once I went back home, I was able to help my mother process her grief, help her to finalize some things with the funeral. We went to see the body at the funeral home, the entire family did. After the funeral, I was able to help my mother clear my father's medical equipment from his bedroom and convert his bedroom into a different type of room. We removed the wheelchair ramp from the front of the house. As my mother processed her grief, I listened, I encouraged her, I told her how strong a woman she was. And then I had to process my own grief. When my daughter went to grad school, I became an empty nester for the first time in my life, and actually lived alone for the first time in my adult life. My mother became a widow, first time she lived alone in her adult life, and the same for my daughter. I spent a lot of time in isolation, a lot of time processing guilt, forgiving myself because I left, but also forgiving myself because if I had thought for one moment this could possibly be my last time seeing my father, then I probably would have shown up a little differently. I would have gotten in bed with him. I would have told him how much I loved him, which I did, but I would have done it in a different way. I didn't realize the sacredness of that moment. I had the opportunity to help him cross over the threshold from this life to the next. And I missed that opportunity because I did not want to face mortality. This video today is one, to honor my father by using my voice, and to also invite you to work with us. End of life planning isn't morbid, it's sacred. It's one of the most loving gifts you can give to yourself and to others.